this thing up in a good game. Dante DiVincenzo getting to the hole late in the game. Minnesota up 4 after a made free throw. Next Laker possession. It's Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves knocks down a 3. Lakers within 1. Next T-Wolves possession. Look at LeBron with the block. Play in defense and stay with the play, boos. We're going the other way, and Dorian Finney-Smith is going to put the 3 in his 3 names.
Beautiful. Did a great job of sharing the ball wide open.
Take another look at the block by LeBron. Richard Jefferson had the line of the day saying the chase down block from LeBron called by Mike Breen still rings music in his ears, but then it's Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, yes, plus the meaningless foul or the purposeless foul. Wolves up 1 after the made free throw. 15 seconds left. This is where the game is decided. LeBron knocks it out of bounds off of Anthony Edwards. It's going to go the other way, and the Lakers are going to have a shot to win it, but instead, we're going to get a review. We're going to get an overturn. It's a foul on LeBron. The call is overturned. Edwards makes both foul shots. It's a 3-point differential. Last chance Lakers, and all they can do is tie. We blitz the ball. They got LeBron covered. Reeves, no good, and that's how it ends. Anthony Edwards would score 43, and the Timberwolves push the Lakers to the brink. 116-113 is your final. And what I did not get a chance to mention over the highlight is that James, Doncic, Reeves, Finney-Smith, and Rui Hachimura all played every second of the second half for the Lakers. It is the first time any team made 0 substitutions in any half of any playoff game as far back as we have data for, which means going back to the 96-97 season. Nearly 30 years of data. No team did what J.J. Redick did yesterday.
We certainly played well enough to win, and we gave the effort to win, and, you know, not a planned thing to play 5 guys an entire second half. We asked them at the beginning of the fourth quarter, told them we had 2 extra timeouts. You know, if you need a sub, let us know. Those guys gave a lot.
You know, we had a couple opportunities. I don't think fatigue had anything to do with that. We just missed some point blank shots. You know, we were getting to what we wanted to get into, and we just weren't able to convert.
That's the right thing to say, I guess, to stand up for your coach. But when you played late Friday night, now you're playing early Sunday afternoon, 36 hours between games. LeBron James is 40 years old, and he played the entire second half. The Win Man is up with us early this morning. Wendy, I'll give you the first crack at it. What was your biggest takeaway from a huge Game 4?
First off, I want to point out Ant Edwards had 43 points in this game. He's been the best player in the series. That's why the Wolves are ahead 3-1. But really what happened here is J.J. Redick gambled and failed. He went with those guys down the stretch. Luka's 36 hours off of vomiting all day. He ran out of gas late. LeBron is 40 years old playing a game on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon after playing on a Friday night. He ran out of gas late. They can say whatever they want. It was blatant. And that's been the story of this series, Greeny. On Friday night, the Lakers get outscored by 10 points in the fourth quarter because they don't have the depth. Minnesota has it. On Sunday, they get outscored by 13 points in the fourth quarter. LeBron has no points in the fourth. Look, they made a decision at midseason not to go with that Mark Williams trade. J.J. Redick played his starting center 4 minutes in this game. Maybe that will help, it will pay off long term, but the shallowness of this team and the way J.J. Redick decided to manage it down the stretch were huge factors in why the Lakers lost this game.
Well, Booz, I mean, you're the one here who has played in this game at the very highest level many times in your life. As you watched it yesterday, do you believe fatigue was a factor in that fourth quarter?
I think it had to be. I mean, obviously, J.J. went with the team that he thought was going to be able to get the win. They had multiple 10-point leads in the second half. We see Tibbs do it every night, but to Wendy's point, it just didn't work out last night. The Minnesota Timberwolves are a much deeper team.
What do you think, Alan? The Tibbs is an interesting comparison. Yeah. People will complain about how much he plays his starters. As I just told you, literally no coach has ever played his starters all 24 minutes, literally every second of an entire half of a playoff game.
So you're saying not even Tibbs would do that?
Not even Tibbs would do it.
But look, with all of that said, they still should have won the game. With all that said, they still should have won the game. It was right there. We just showed you the highlights. There were moments there for them to win it, including the fact that Minnesota decided not to foul up 3. To allow a three in the corner, that if that goes down, you're going to overtime. Now, the fatigue factor could have factored in there.
Yeah, they're not winning overtime, though. No
Understood. Understood, Wendy. I get it. The extra 5 minutes wasn't going to benefit the Lakers. But the point is, the game was there to be won, despite all that. And J.J. Redick made it clear who he trusted and who he was going to go with in what felt like a must-win game for them. And this offseason is going to be for the Lakers, obviously. They're going to chase every big man they can find and bring somebody in that's over 6'8" that can help them at the center position.
I get that part of it, and I agree. And this goes back to, Wendy, I remember when this trade for Luka was made, the feeling here, you said it, many others said it, was this isn't the year that it's going to, sort of bear fruit. They still need another move or two, and that's what we're talking about. That said, they're in this playoff series. They've been in the games that they lost. I mean, they had every opportunity, certainly, to win games 3 and 4 on the road. Do you still feel like they have a chance to come back and survive this series against a very, very good Minnesota team?
I mean, I would never vote against Luka or LeBron doing this. I would just point out they get 2 days off now, and the game 5 is on Wednesday, but then it's Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, with travel to and from Minneapolis in there. So you're asking them an incredible amount with no depth. I mean, in the fourth quarter, again, of these last 2 games, the Wolves have outscored them in the paint 20-4. They have no depth. They have no size. They need their 3 starters to be brilliant. They basically need their 3-star players to be 3 of the best 4 players in the series. That just has not happened. It could happen over these next 3 games, but the margin for error is non-existent.
Cindy, let's put the full screens up here because, I mean, it is people who are watching it and who are seeing it, and there's no voice that carries more weight, I guess, than that of Magic Johnson, who tweeted to play LeBron and Luka the entire second half after only having 1 day of rest between games 3 and 4 when we needed LeBron to take over in the fourth quarter. He couldn't. He scored 0 points in the fourth, and you're wondering, well, just how rare is it for LeBron to score 0 points in the fourth? Well, I'm glad you asked. Yesterday was the 164th career playoff game in which LeBron has played at least 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. It's just the 3rd time he scored 0 points. He had a plus-minus of -13 in the fourth quarter, which by definition just means they were outscored by 13 because he was on the floor for every second of it. Again, he's 40 years old, Booz. It is not a criticism to say that he was brilliant on Friday night trying to carry that team basically by himself with Luka having been sick all day. It was tough to watch LeBron trying to gut that out in that fourth quarter yesterday when it was obvious he just had nothing left.
No, Bron was outstanding yesterday. Obviously, he did a great job, triple-double alert almost every game he plays. It's just tough when you know that you need him down the stretch to score points to give Luka a little bit off. Luka also had a great game, but they both didn't have enough. They didn't have enough juice at the end of the game.
Final word on it, Alan.
Well, they were seeking out Luka, and they were picking on Luka. They were doing what everybody is going to start to try to do, what the Celtics showed you in the finals last year, is put Luka in every type of action defensively and try to exploit his inability to defend, especially one-on-one. And that's why when you talk about formulas to come back and win the series, how do you protect him and hide him so that he's not in those situations? Minnesota is a team that's got a lot of length, size, and toughness, and they're going to keep going at him.
And we'll say it again, and Wendy's opened by saying it, and we'll have more time to say it as the day goes on. The best player in the series has been Anthony Edwards, and at this moment, he may be the best player on the floor in the series, regardless of the circumstances. We'll have much more time to get into all of the rest of the dramatic playoff action as we go. But in case you missed it, the NFL Draft